So hello everybody, my name is Index364 and I just wanted to show you the way that I choose who to fight during battle. This is like a little advice video about when and how and who to deal with when you're alone against two or more people. So for example, let me show you one of my favorite battles this last few days, which is on a skirmish mode, so this is a 5v5, not a 7v7. But it was a good example of choosing the right target. So first of all, I don't need to show you the entire battle. I'm just gonna show you from like almost halfway from there on out. So right now we're on a 4v4. The teammate Type 62 and the enemy Leo already died. I got shot by, I'm pretty sure it was one of the Semoventes at this point, like this one. And first of all, I wanted to show you in which situation we are. We have a Lova that for me is a 2-shot, a Semovente that for me is a 2-shot, another Semovente that is a full HP target, so that's at least a 3-shot, and the Emil one that is also a 3-shot. While we have a Super Hellcat that is only on 800 hit points, a GA Panther 2 that is on 800 hit points, and a 53 TP that is on 900 hit points. The issue at hand here is that the enemy team is dealing with my teammates faster than we are dealing with them, so we are gonna end up in a bad situation. Here, I just focused on the tier 7 Semovente. I hit him, and so my 53 TP, which props to him, he was a really good teammate, decides to go for him. He's the lower HP target. Now we're on a 3v3 again, because the Super Hellcat died. And now my 53 TP is a 2-shot for everybody here, almost everybody, and the J Panther is a 1-shot to anybody, while I still have my 1400 TP. So first of all, we're gonna deal with the lowest HP targets, because even though this low is clueless and it's not even looking at me, that I'm shooting at him, he can still be dangerous. That tank reloads pretty fast, and it has like a 300 and something alpha damage gun, with also being a really precise gun. So for now, we're gonna not focus on the Emil, not focus on the Semovente, and we're gonna focus on the lower. And I know this 53 TP is at least decent, so if I shoot the Lova, which is clueless, shooting at the J Panther, the 53 TP will deal with it. So I'm just gonna focus on the Lova. There we go, I hit him. I call the shot on him by telling this 53 TP to attack him. The 53 TP does just that, takes out the Lova. And now I'm on a 2v2. Sadly, the 53 TP died because he was like basically alone against 2 tanks there. Meanwhile, the J Panther 2 is almost dead, but he's gonna be dead pretty soon. The Emil 1 is gonna deal with him. But I also know that the Emil 1 shot twice at the 53 TP. So that means that he only has 1 shot left, while the Semovente, I haven't seen him shoot it so far. There we go, that's the last shot of the Emil. So now the only one that has shot is the Semovente. Now the Semovente pushes on me, which is decent. It was a good idea. So the thing that he didn't consider is the angle that of his approach. He has to turn his tank to be able to shoot me. I don't. I can just turn my turret. So what I'm gonna do now is, considering the way that he pushed on me, I'm just gonna push on him. If he keeps going forward or stops moving and starts turning, I can still just go right to his left side basically and just sit behind him. Right now, what I'm gonna do, since the Emil has a low alpha damage gun, even though it has 3 shells, I can take a full clip from him without dying. Meanwhile, the Semovente is actually more dangerous because of the higher alpha gun. So I'm just gonna push on the Semovente and stay behind him. Since I'm faster than him, I can do this easily. Also, this is gonna be a big screw up for me, because I could have finished this battle on more hit points if I hadn't done this, what I'm gonna do next. I tried to HE the back of the Semovente, and I screwed and I actually damaged myself because I was too close to him. And I didn't even pin the shot, so I only dealt like almost 200 damage when I could have dealt like 400 and something, or maybe even 500. So now I take the full clip of the email. I don't care. It was like 1,000, not even 1,000 damage. It was 800 damage. So see, he has a really low damage gun, while the Semoventi, I'm pretty sure it has like 400 alpha. So I'm just gonna keep dealing with the Semoventi. The Emil is now reloading because I know he emptied the clip. And now I'm just gonna stay here behind the Semoventi so that he cannot do anything to me. And I'm just gonna kill him at this point because he cannot turn around fast enough. And now it's just a game of face card against the Emil. The Emil has a really good turret, but has a really weak upper plate. And my gun can go down far enough so I can actually shoot it. Or I could have just shot heat at him on the face. So what is gonna happen now is that I will have to gun block him in case he uses heat to try to pen my front plate. Because this Emil, even though he was playing kinda decent, he didn't try to shoot my weak point on top of the turret at all. See this on the Skoda T56? This is the biggest weak point that you can have on it. The cupola. But for some reason this Emil just decided to shoot my front plate. So now all I need to do is gun block him until I can reload and shoot him. There we go, first gun block. That wasn't a gun block, he shot my side and I bounced off because the sides of the Skoda are actually pretty good. Now he's a 2-shot, he manages to pen me once, but that leaves me on a 2-shot for him. He has to shoot me twice to kill me, and I have to shoot him twice as well. I hit him for 419, which is a low roll, but not that much of a low roll. The thing is, he's on 473 hit points. That means it's a 50-50 chance of me actually killing him or not. While he has to reload twice. And my reload is already 13 seconds, while his reload is probably on like the 7 seconds. So I need to avoid him as much as I can. Avoid to expose my weak points. Avoid his shell. He pens me once, but that leaves him on a 3-second reload while I'm on a 1.4-second reload. So this is my 50-50 chance. Do I get to kill him or not? Well, lucky for me, the last shell that I shot was a max roll. So I could have killed him even if he was on 530 hit points, because this max roll on this gun is 536 HP. So yeah, there we go. I kill him with that max roll, I finish the battle, and it's a victory. 5,200 damage dealt, 1,050 damage blocked, 2 tanks destroyed. Made a really good profit of 114,000 credits. And I ended it on the top of my game. Because, to be fair, the J Panther didn't do much. But it's whatever. See, the moment an enemy makes a mistake, you punish it. Always think about the enemy tanks, the amount of HP that you have, the amount of HP that they have, how many tanks there are, how many shots from your gun is gonna take for them to die, and who is the most dangerous target. How many shots of their tanks is gonna take for you to die. Just think about it. If I had fought the Emil 1 first instead of the Semoventi, that Semoventi could have destroyed me easily. Because he's, if I'm not mistaken, that Semoventi is an auto reloader instead of an auto loader. Just let me check for a second there. Yep, this gun is an auto reloader, not an auto loader. So he was gonna be able to reload, yes, every 23 seconds if he was a bad player. But if he was a good player, he would have been reloading every 9 seconds, which would have been enough to destroy me on DPM at least. Also, he had a 320 alpha damage gun. I thought it was bigger. But like the other thing is that he could have been using the big gun that deals 410 alpha damage, that reloads every 8.9 seconds. That was absolutely gonna destroy me. It was more DPM than I have by 760, and I was just gonna lose if I didn't focus on the Semoventifiers. While the Emil doesn't have that much alpha damage, the reload on the clip is really low. I mean, not low, it's low. Because yeah, it's only 320 alpha damage, but he has to reload for 23 seconds. That means I can shoot him twice while he reloads an entire magazine. That's why you always have to think about the stats of the enemy tanks. Learn them. And that way you can decide who to shoot first, who to focus on. And that might help you to win more 1v2s or even 1v3s. I've actually won like 1v7s. Thanks to that sometimes. And also, yeah, you can say it's a little bit of luck because the enemy wasn't the best. But still, it's not about the enemy being bad. It's about you making the good decisions out of their mistakes. That's all you need. Just, I know it's a little bit of a pressure situation, being alone against two tanks and having like a minute or so to think about all this stuff. But with practice and time, it will be like your body will just like, oh yeah, the Emil has a lower DPM, so I'm gonna deal with this moment. You'll learn from it. So yeah, I hope that this little advice video, which is already like 10 minutes long, does help you a lot during your battles. I really do hope it helps you. So yeah, if you like this video, a like and a share would be really appreciated. I'll try to make more content as I go. And yeah, good luck out in the battlefield. And have a good day.